everybody, it's Megan and welcome back to my channel. So today is my 30-week pregnancy update. So I am good and in my third trimester. I am 30 weeks pregnant with baby number 3, our little rainbow baby. And first off, let me apologize for any crazy lighting because it is so cloudy outside. It looks like it's gonna rain. It is just like ucky outside. So working with that and some artificial light, and hopefully it's okay for you guys. So today is my 30-week update. I am 30 weeks pregnant and really starting to feel it. I am feeling him move like crazy. If you have not been along for this entire journey, make sure to go check out the pregnancy videos for everything rainbow baby. They'll be down in the description box because yes, I have documented a lot of his pregnancy. And oh my goodness, we're in the countdown. We're in the home stretch. I have never gone over 38 weeks pregnant. So in my mind, I just have to get to 38 weeks. He can go up to 40, obviously, but depending on how big he is, we might not get that far. And my doctor has a feeling that I'm not going to get that far just because that's kind of my track record. So I'm going to give you guys information about baby, what's going on with him, and then what's going on with myself. So first off, little baby boy is about the size of a cabbage. Once again, there are so many different measurements. There was zucchini, cabbage, and cabbage kind of sounds a little bit, or like an iceberg lettuce sounds a little bit more accurate. Obviously, don't know how long he is. He could be 16 inches. He could be 15 inches. We have no idea how long he is. I do go on Saturday for a 3D, 4D, can't remember what number it is, ultrasound, one of those special ones. And so maybe they will be able to tell me just kind of more of his measurements because I don't get an ultrasound with the doctors until I'm 36 weeks because that's making sure that he's where he's supposed to be and all that kind of fun stuff. So he's roughly about 15 to 16 inches and he's roughly 3 pounds. So yeah, about the size of an iceberg lettuce or a cabbage. My app says that his brain is starting to wrinkle and those wrinkles are to hold more brain cells. So I think that is really interesting. It says that he can grab with his hands now. And I guess in ultrasounds, you can see them kind of grab their foot or grab their face. I have already seen him grab his nose, and that was at 20 weeks. He was going like this, and you could just see his little fingers trying to grab. So I think now he can actually full on close his little hand around something. Hopefully he's not pulling on his umbilical cord or pulling on my ribs because sometimes that's what it feels like. Now it says that he is going to start gaining about ½ a pound a week for the next 7 weeks. And Nolan came out at almost 10 pounds. He was technically 2 weeks early. I really don't think he was that early. I just think my dates were wrong with the doctor, but he could get up to 10 pounds. He could be more than 10 pounds. I'm really, really hoping not. Like I said, my doctor, I think I mentioned last time that my doctor's not going to let me go over. I'm not sure if I mentioned that or not. So last time I saw my doctor, she said that because I made the comment saying that if I have a really big baby, I will not go over my 40 week. My induction date, if I need to make one, will be on his due date, September 4th. Because I will not go over that. Just personal reasons. I'm totally fine with induction, especially if he might not fit. Because having a 10-pound baby and everything went fine with that, it just kind of scares me that if he's any bigger than that, he is not going to fit. And I really want to avoid C-section if possible, just for everything, logistics-wise and just healing and all that. So my due date is September 4th. If he does not come on his own before that, I will schedule my induction date for that day. Now, I don't really want to do it any earlier than that just because he might need more time in there. Both boys were really good and baked by 37 weeks and 38 weeks. Liam, you could tell, probably needed another week just because his whole body was really furry, little fuzzy. So you could kind of tell he was early, but he was 8 pounds or right under 8 pounds. So it's I knew he was about ready and he passed all of his tests. And then Nolan being about 10 pounds, right under 10 pounds, it's he was good and ready to come. So, that was one kind of thing. I just talked to her and she's like, oh yeah, at your 39 week, she kind of made it sound like maybe at 39 weeks they might induce me, but I won't try to do it before that unless there's a medical reason for that, like fluid and all that kind of stuff. So I'm hoping at our 4D ultrasound they'll be able to tell me how much he weighs so I can kind of get like an estimate, and then half a pound a week from that point. He feels quite large, but he actually feels longer than like heavy. Like my belly does get heavy, but he just feels really long. So I am getting insane movements all day. Like yesterday was all day long. I don't think he stopped for more than like half an hour all day long. And it's those like an elbow will come up really slow and it hurts so bad. These movements hurt way worse than they did with either of my other two. I don't know if he's further forward, if it's just stretched skin. He just hurts so bad, and he is now stretching out all the way and kicking down into my kicking. I don't know if he's kicking because he is head down now, so he could be punching me, or his feet are coming all the way around and kicking me. He's kicking me down in like getting me down in my hip bones. He's getting me in my ribs constantly now, and it's more like when I'm sitting. When I'm standing, I think he drops down enough that he can't get my ribs. But yeah, those little feet are getting in my ribs, and oh gosh, it hurts so bad. Now for stretch marks on me, I have found some new ones. Yay. They're mostly, like, one of the worst ones is by my belly button, and it could, like I've said, it could just be what's being brought back from Nolan, but I do think there is a new one by my belly button. And then there are some new ones on my left hip. I did notice that. I was kind of laying in a weird position. I looked down, I'm like, what are those? And I'm like, yep, sure enough, some new stretch marks. So, I mean, it's my last baby, so he's going to do what he's going to do, and I'm very lucky that my stretch marks turn like a white color, so it is what it is. I'm still rubbing coconut oil everywhere, and weight gain wise, I'm about 20-ish pounds, like 23 pounds, I think, last time I checked. I really don't care. I gained 40 to 45 pounds with each boy, and yeah, it all comes off eventually. I am still getting Braxton Hicks. I mentioned that in my last one. I don't get them every day. It was yesterday. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. Yes, I was watching the soccer game, and that's what might have triggered them. But I got tons of Braxton Hicks yesterday, and I did get a Braxton Hicks that felt lower. That was kind of like, whoa, what is this? But it wasn't painful. It was just like, okay, yeah, you're there. I feel ya. So my body, I think, is just really getting prepped for this baby, which also makes me think that he might come early just because of how active my uterus must be. I don't get checked. I believe I don't get checked until, like, cervix-wise, until I'm like 37 weeks or 36 weeks or something. So unless I get really painful contractions, I'm not going to worry about it because my body does know what to do, and it's kept 2 babies in until the very end and not had any complications. So I know it knows what to do. Other than that, my sciatic nerve, now I say this and it's probably going to act up really bad, but it comes and goes. But most of the time, it's actually really good now. So I don't know if he's in a different position. Nothing else has changed. So that is awesome. I will say that my varicose veins down there, they're not doing too great right now. And I don't know. It's like from one thing, it just hops back and forth. One thing feels better and then the other one's not. So it just goes back and forth. But I am in the home stretch now. So I just kind of keep thinking that I can deal with this kind of stuff. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. Another weird thing that's hitting me now, it's like I'm back in the first trimester, is exhaustion. It just hits me. If I do not sleep good during the night, I am downright exhausted during the day. Like today is actually a really good day. So I must have gotten some decent sleep last night. But the night before, Nolan woke up like 4 different times with bad dreams, and he fell out of the bed. And it wrecked me. I was so exhausted, could not keep my eyes open. And I mean, I know I'm getting good and up there with pregnancy, but I am only 30 weeks. So I still do have 2 more months left. And in those 2 months, I have lots to get done. So yes, exhaustion is hitting me. It's hitting me hard on some days. But like today, I feel really good. So I have to kind of take advantage of those times. My cravings have all come down to just water. I'm thirsty all the time. Right now I am doing the Teamy Water Challenge. If you go follow me on Instagram, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I work with Teamy for like teas and their face detox and that kind of stuff. Well, they're doing a water challenge where you drink a gallon of water a day for 5 days. I do kind of do that on my own, but I'm part of the challenge and I'm trying to drink just as much water as I possibly can. And I really think that's what's helping. I'm not swollen at all. Yes, the rings are off. I have no rings on and it feels really weird, but it's not really from being swollen. Like everything doesn't feel tight like it did at this point with both boys. And I think that has to do with how much water I'm drinking. But I wasn't able to get I'm never able to get my rings completely off very easily. And I know that I am gonna start swelling. So I just took them off just to be safe. So nothing has to be cut off, but I feel so weird. I still have like a mark from them and I have like my tan line. So it's like they're there, but yes, no rings, but no swelling yet. So that is about it. I will give you guys a belly shot, but first I want to show you guys my new shirt. It says don't eat watermelon seeds. And because I've got my big giant belly, it's like a watermelon's growing in there. I got this on Wish and obviously it took forever to get to me. If you order anything from Wish, it takes forever because it comes from China, I think, or somewhere really far away. But I thought it was so super cute and it's nice and big so the belly can grow. I showed my husband, he's like, what does that mean? I'm like, this giant belly, like don't swallow seeds to turn into a big giant belly. But yeah, I think other people would get what it means. So let's get to the belly shot. If you have not joined the Days of May family, make sure to hit that button, give this video a big thumbs up and leave me a comment. I love to hear what you guys have to say. Also head over to Instagram and follow me there so you can keep track of this rainbow baby's journey. On to the big pregnant belly.